The graphics is just really gets to me. You know, I like the game and all, but the graphics just no. I'm just having a problem with it. So, okay, call me a snob. I don't care. You know.
It is time once again for the main story quest, where the Trinity Bros give you their MMO opinion.
All right, time for our main story quest. So, there are several places I get my news from. One is Massive EOP. The other one is MMOrpg.com. Okay, and they've always do these wonderful questions. I thought this would be a good question for the team today. Okay, what MMO? We talked about before about having MMOs that we want to see have a rogue server because we've seen that Star Wars Galaxies on a rogue server. City of Heroes has a rogue server. Other things too, right? What MMO do you wish you had played before it was shut down? What MMO did you wish you could have played before it was actually shut down? You know, what's funny for me is that while I did have a Star Wars Galaxy account, I played a little bit of it. I didn't play enough of it. Now, I know it's got a rogue server. I don't want to go there. But that is a game that I wish I had played it more of. So, I mean, technically, I did play it. So, I don't, when it comes to, the other one is WildStar. But I haven't really got a lot of games that I forgot, like today, like, oh my goodness, that's right. I wanted to do that. I wish I'd played it before it was shut down. I mean, every game that came out that I wanted to try, I tried. You know, the smaller games I didn't really care about. Now today, you can try all different games, whether it's because of beta test, early access, getting some keys or whatever. So, because I unfortunately, I fortunately kickstarted a bunch of games, but they haven't come out yet. You know, so I was thinking that Star Wars Galaxies and WildStar, but I played both. I played both those games, so I don't have one in my mind. So, JahzealAl, do you have an MMO that you would wish you could have played before it was shut down?
I played most of them. That's the problem. As far I could say, if I could just change the question a little bit to that you wish you could have played more of before it shut down. City of Heroes is probably number one, and number two would be WildStar.
Okay.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I do regret that they had a server shutdown party for WildStar. Everybody gathered together and threw a little party and did some fun things. And I had planned on being there, but I had a Solomon thing happen. I got called into work, and I still thought I would be able to make the end of it. And it was a situation where I worked on an ambulance. For those of you who didn't know, I was a paramedic for 15 years, and we were pulling into the station. And I remember telling my friend, okay, I want to finish my paperwork really quick and get home because I got this silly video game thing. And of course, I tried to explain it to him, and he just giggled at me and said, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about, because he wasn't a gamer. And I was like, okay. And he just kind of nerd, and he walked off. And then we heard the tone go off in the garage, and we had to go run a call, and that call ended up being piled up on the freeway, and I ended up not being able to attend any of. By the time I got home, the servers had already been shut down, and I was really bummed. But now, all this time later, it's not that big of a deal. But at the time, I had to go get a pint of ice cream, and
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but those two games, man, and if I recall correctly, I think City of Heroes did a server shutdown party as well. That was huge. Thousands and thousands of people showed up to it. It actually crashed the servers a couple of times. So many people showed up, and I remember I wasn't able to stay for the whole thing, but I was there for the first server crash, and then when we got back on, a lot of people were going, well, maybe now they'll see how many of us love this game. We actually crashed their servers. They'll change their mind, and someone will pick this
about
up.
The money. Nope.
Right. That's the problem. And no, it didn't happen. Although there is now rogue server for it. So, or
You know,
apparently,
I had the chance. I did play City of Heroes. I just wasn't interested. That's just me. I know my kids enjoyed it much more. Same with the City of Villains, and I got that, but it wasn't my cup of tea. I was more into WoW at that point.
yeah.
Somebody saying his name right, Agalos, mentions Life is Feudal when it was big. I don't remember that as a MMO game, but I think that's why I'm glad you changed the question. I already changed the question a little bit. The fact that, what exactly would you like to play more of? Because I don't remember any game that I didn't try. I got a lot of boxes in my cupboard of games that I played and have tried a little bit of. And yeah, here we are. Okay, so what about you guys in chat? Except for Life is Feudal, anybody else have an idea of what games they wish they had tried but didn't before they got shut down? The old day before we had MMO type games, you buy the game, you can play as long as you want to, and so it's never a question of like, well, shut down. When you do an online game, it shuts down. And nowadays with these rogue servers, you got a lot of people actually making the effort to bring them back online. Apparently, Star Wars Galaxies, which has been a rogue server for a while, and guess apparently nobody really cares. Well, I'm sure the original devs may have a thing to care about, but apparently they're coming out with a new, I don't know what to call it, DLC expansion, whatever it is, for Bespin. And it's like, wait, what? Someone actually created something new in Star Wars Galaxy, so now you can go to Bespin. Okay, do I really want to go ever try this game again? Because again, you're talking about an old engine still, an old engine. My biggest issue with Star Wars: The Old Republic isn't because of the game, because the graphics is just really gets to me. I like the game and all, but the graphics just I'm just having a problem with it. So, okay, call me a snob. I don't care. Check out the further adventures of Kennethan by liking and subscribing and watching me live on twitch.tv/Kennethan.